Hello, welcome back. I was in Texas for the week. I don't think really much happened while I was gone. Uh, obviously, I'm joking. Welcome back, though. It's been a while since the Jalen Brown signing. I've been with my cousins for basically the whole month of July. So now, back to my room, back alone. It's very quiet, very different. Got in last night back from Texas, and time to talk about the elephant in the room, the biggest signing in I think Sixers history, regardless of how old he is. Walking to Philadelphia, Contavious Cadwell Pope. Um, Absolutely huge move. But obviously, what we're talking about is LeBron James. That's my Joel Embiid impression. As I ignore everything basketball related, ignore the elephant in the room to tweet about the Phillies. Obviously, Joel Embiid's tweets, excited for October and the playoffs, was a literal, you know, yeah, he was obviously playing in our faces a little bit. That's what Joel loves to do. But yes, if you've not been living under a rock, you know that 5 days ago, um, while I was in Texas, LeBron James made his decision. And not only did he make his decision, LeBron James chose to play for my Philadelphia 76ers. And we deserve this. We deserve to have the super team of the East. And this is one of the best signings in NBA history, and definitely one of the best, or if not the best, in Sixers history. LeBron brings exactly what this team was missing. Last year, as a second option behind Luka Doncic, LeBron played 33 minutes a game, 40 years old. So, important thing to note that his minutes have not dropped substantially. He actually played more minutes a game than he did in 2020 when they won the championship. They're like the same, though. I think it's difference like point 0.2. Averaged 21 points a game, shooting 50% from the field, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. The only concern with LeBron is in 2023, he shot 40% from three, 2024, 38%, but last year only 31% after he had missed the start of the season with a back issue. Um, so we'll see if an offseason recovery kind of changes that. But as I'm looking at the stats here, reading them off on ESPN, it's crazy because it says LeBron James, Philadelphia 76ers forward, and he chose to play here. It's one of the craziest things to happen to Sixers. One of the best things to happen to Sixers is now, 3 months ago, Daryl Morey was when we got swept by the Knicks. I'll say that because I don't. We got swept by the Knicks. The team that we started, I believe, was Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, Kelly Oubre, Paul George, and Joel Embiid. That was the starting five last year if everyone was healthy. That was the best case scenario starting five. The best case scenario starting five this year. Tyrese Maxey, All NBA player, second in the East in scoring last year. VJ Edgecombe, All Rookie first team, one of the best rookies in Sixers history last year. Small forward Jaylen Brown, All NBA, 2024 Finals MVP, led the East in scoring last year, 28 points a game. Power forward LeBron James, 4-time NBA champion. LeBron James, multiple-time MVP. Oh my goodness, me and my mic cap. LeBron James. And then, at center, of course, the 2024 Kia MVP, Joel the Process, or maybe it was 2023, 2024, but Joel the Process, Embiid. The Sixers fans, we've really been through it all, and the process is still going, all right? The process is not complete yet. The process will either be completed or die with Joel Embiid because he is the process. Everyone knows it. When Sam Hinkie basically came out and told the world that we were intentionally losing games to build a better team, and we are finally seeing the results of that. Years later, the draft picks, every draft pick matters. We've built, in my opinion, the best guard duo in the league. I'm sure there's going to be some people who argue that with Tyrese and VJ. And then you look now, who's backing up Tyrese and VJ? It's one of the better rookies. We drafted at 22 and LeBaron Philon, who fried in the summer league. His efficiency was a little low. And Anthony Simons, who shot 40% from three last year. And we got him for $6 million. We got Anthony Simons for cheaper than for the same. We got Anthony Simons and Dean Wade for the same price that Quentin Grimes signed for elsewhere. Yeah, I'm just checking. He shot 32% from three last year. That's actually terrible. But he shot 40% in the 3 seasons prior. Just had to confirm that. And the difference is he's asked to shoot more last year. with the Bull. Oh wait, actually no, he did shoot 40% last year. It's just the games he played with the Bulls he didn't. He's the stats are split up between Bulls and Celtics. On the Celtics, when he had fewer shots to have, because the Celtics were a really good team last year that the Sixers beat. When he played less minutes and averaged a little less shots, he averaged 40% from three. 90% free throw shooter. I mean, he's a perfect add to the team, a catch and shoot guy. And when we have a lot of ball dominant players, because again, people will say there's only one ball, and that's exactly why LeBron is the perfect player. They're saying he's going to play some point guard minutes and power forward minutes, and what LeBron is so good at is distributing the ball. You look at his assist numbers 7, 8, 8, 6, 6, 7, 11, 8, 9, and 11 was the year, or not 11, but 10 was the year that he played point guard for the Lakers. 9, 8, 7, 7, 6. So you can see he's been very consistent with high leverage assist numbers and also high rebound numbers, and that's something the Sixers have been missing. It's something the Sixers haven't had in recent years, and I do think the Sixers have the best starting five in the league, and I know a lot of Knicks fans are coming out here and trying to argue that, but then the Knicks fans who are arguing that are saying that OG Anunoby is better than LeBron James, and it's like, yeah, he's 42, but OG Anunoby is nowhere near LeBron James if we look at the stats, and also they're saying Cat's better than Embiid. Come on, Cat is not better than a healthy Embiid, and this is the healthiest Embiid has been in years. If we look at OG stats, 16, 5, and 2. LeBron averaged 21, 6, and 7. So I don't know. I as a second option, I know OG was not the first option, but I don't know where they're getting the idea that LeBron is worse than OG. But it's just I didn't believe it at first. My uncle came and told me, and I checked my phone. I checked Shams immediately, and it was ridiculous. Freaked out. LeBron has chosen Philadelphia. We were the only other team to meet with him in 2018 when he went to the Lakers. And there's an account that's posting that year, and it's like, is LeBron a Sixer? No, no, no. He didn't post. He logged out, didn't post for what? 2018, 8 years, and posted and got one of the most liked tweets in history. I had like 1 million yesterday, and it's just an insane feeling to know that we have the best basketball player of all time on our team, and not only the best basketball player of all time, a guy who knows the game so well, a guy who's he can play, he can do anything we need him to do. If we need him to be a big man who sets screens and rolls to the basket, he can do that. If we need him, if Embiid's out and we need him to be the guy in the center where Embiid plays and centralize the offense, he can do that. He knows how to pass the ball. He knows how to score the ball. He knows how to defend. And I'm just like, I'm so excited for this upcoming year because Sixers fans, let me remind you, we deserve this. We watched Tobias Harris signed for millions and millions of dollars over Jimmy Butler. We watched Marcus Bagley and like Chris Carlton take the floor in 2024. We watched Tank Quentin Grimes. We watched the Jared McCain trade, hated it, and it worked out. We watched Ben Simmons lose all of his confidence against the Hawks. We watched that Hawks series. We blew a 30-point lead. I think it was game 5. I watched that at my grandma's house and I cried myself to sleep on the air mattress, dude. We were up 27 points in that game and we lost. And we watched Markelle Fultz forget how to play basketball. We watched Dario Saric and Furkan Korkmaz, Matisse Thybulle. I remember as at a sports bar, Matisse went up for a dunk and died. He fell off the rim and like slammed his head. It's crazy that we've been watching this team for so many years, all the sacrifices for the process, and how it's finally seeming to come together with one of the better lineups we've ever seen. I'm just super excited for 2026, man. I think LeBron James is really the perfect player when it comes to basketball, and I think when we signed Jaylen Brown, I said it in that when I filmed that video, is that there's a LeBron-sized hole in this team, and that's literally the only hole, and we filled it with LeBron. And yes, this is an A-plus offseason for the Sixers because the offseason for the Sixers is now over. I think we made our last move as yesterday we traded Janai Broome and a second-round pick to the Clippers for cash considerations. If you don't understand why we did that, it allows us to sign KCP while staying under both aprons, saving us like a little bit of money. We also now don't have to play Janai Broome $300K a year. If we cut him, we wouldn't have to pay him that $300K a year, so it saves us money. And it just gives us room to sign a player in December if we want to. We could sign a player now, but that's only if we cut Jabari Walker, and I don't see that happening. As Jabari Walker, I believe, is a clutch client, and so I believe Rich Paul and LeBron would not let that happen. obviously the leading factors for LeBron to go here. Was Tyrese Maxey being a clutch client, was Joel Embiid calling him and saying, I'm healthy, I just saw that. It was the Jaylen Brown trade. It was having connections with Mike Gansey. It was all these things culminating. It created the perfect spot for LeBron to sign, and a lot of people didn't believe it. But as the decision was drawn out, it did start to feel like it. When he did the live podcast Fanatics Fest, and Tyrese Halliburton, not Maxey, I was going to say Maxey because we're talking about the Sixers, um, asked him, like, what is the CR76? And when he said, oh, I'm just trusting the process and try to play it off, like, Maxey had a star on the whiteboard. Like, these are all things that people chose to ignore because they just didn't think that the Sixers were a big enough team to sign LeBron James. And now that we have, it still feels surreal. It's been a week and it still feels surreal. It's going to be one fun year for the 76ers, and I can't wait to be there. Um, I was looking through some of my jerseys. I saw my Furkan Korkmaz jersey. That was my birthday present one year. It was a Furkan Korkmaz jersey. So I've really been through it all with this team. This has been the first sports team I truly watched, and I genuinely feel like this year they are title contenders for the first time. Since I've become one of the hardcore fans, I watched them loosely when I was younger, but then 2020, I started watching every game. Started going to every game, season tickets and stuff, and it's culminating and it's starting to feel real. That we could win this championship and that they could bring a parade to South Philly instead of just the Eagles. And the Eagles just re-signed Jalen Carter, man. I don't know where they got that money. I don't. We have like infinite money or something. It's like a soccer team. It's all starting to look up for the Sixers and the Eagles and the city. Phillies are starting to. They're not playing great right now, but their window's closing. The Sixers are giving people that hope again. I saw the preseason tickets are up to like $300. It's like people are starting to believe in Sixers basketball again. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, don't walk in the bandwagons." I think we should walk in bandwagons with open arms. These LeBron fans, let them in. Let them fill the arena because we couldn't. Right? There's no hate. I actually, the best thing about the LeBron signing to me is that the ticket prices are going to go up. Not because it's more expensive to go to games now, but because the Knicks fans, the reason they came to our stadium is because it's about an hour and a half, whatever it is, from New York, right? And it's cheaper. It's cheaper to take the train down and go to a Sixers Knicks game in Philly than it is just to buy the Sixers Knicks tickets in MSG. The MSG prices, and now we're gonna have the premium, that LeBron James premium, and I really think it's gonna limit the Knicks fans from coming in. And I'm also not that scared of the Knicks anymore. I'm not scared of the Celtics anymore. We beat them with the worst team. We took their best player, and we signed the best player of all time. I'm not really scared of anyone in the East. I don't know. I feel this could come back to bite me if I'm filming in like May or April, and I'm saying, "Wow, the Sixers team didn't work." But right now, it's just a real feeling. It's on top of the world here in Philadelphia for the Sixers fans here in Pennsylvania. Um, I'm just really excited for October to roll around, for Maxey and VJ to get back to work alongside LeBron, Jaylen Brown, and Embiid, and Anthony Simons, Dean Wade off the bench. It's going to be a fun year, and thank you for watching. And yeah, see you next time. Hopefully there's some more Sixers news to report on. But I do think our offseason's over, but I can't really complain. It's an A+ offseason. We'll get it back. Hopefully in December we get a backup center, because that's the only worry I have is when Embiid misses a few games, is Bona going to be good enough quality starting center by then? And we'll see. But I just did see something via Bleacher Report, so a pretty reliable source had said that LeBron was told by Embiid on the phone that he is healthy. He told him, he promised him he's healthy. So maybe we won't need that. I'm sure we'll still take precautions with Embiid, still play him, or like be like, oh, we have a back-to-back. Well, let's not play in both games, just to protect him, because we know he's made of glass, but we love him here. It's just the happiest I've been at the Sixers fan in a long time, probably since that 3-1 comeback. So I guess not a super long time, but I think I'm even happier than that. And thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.